Okay, so we go to the first question then. Diagram 6 shows the function of. Okay, so Kiki, before we continue with the questions, do you still remember what is the function of, for example, I think I need to share record to change the background color of the background. Macam dia ganggu sikit dengan apa? Warna cursor dia tak nampak. Sekejap. Okay. Okay. So, Kiki, before we begin our discussion for this question, fx equal to modulus of px minus 2. Okay, Kiki,
Sir,
yeah,
you are not presenting.
I'm not presenting.
Ah.
Okay, nampak eh?
Nampak.
Okay. Okay. So, Kiki, before we continue with we can't discuss the question itself. Fx equal to modulus of 3x minus 2. Okay, do you still remember what your teacher told you, explained to you about the function of modulus here, or absolute values? Do you still remember that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so modulus of 3x minus 2. They separate into two functions, right?
Yes.
Okay, explain to me first. Explain the first, which 3x minus 2. Okay, what is the domain of this?
Huh?
What is the domain for this function here? 3x minus 2.
Domain for this function.
3x minus 2, make it greater than or equal to 0, then 3x greater than equal to 2, then x greater than or equal to
3.
3. So it is 4. In this function, 3x minus 2 is 4x greater than or equal to over 2. And opposite of this?
3x plus 2.
Negative 3x minus 2. We have negative weighting outside here is for opposite of this, which is x less than 2 over. Okay, so meaning here, this is automatically the domain for this piecewise function, the serpihan daripada pecahan tu, okay. This, okay, and then this is also the domain for this. Okay, so modulus of fx, when we have this sign of modulus, meaning whatever of x, whatever value of x, whether x is positive or negative, big or small numbers, when we substitute, and then if they give us the whole function positive, which means that the value of x is greater than 2 over. And if we substitute the value of x and because the answers is negative, the answers of x is negative. For example, if I substitute with p, negative 3 minus 2. Okay, so 3 times negative 3 equal to negative 9 minus 2 equal to negative 11. Negative value, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So if I substitute, okay, put the equal absolute value sign here, these two poles, and also here, automatically this become positive value of 11. So that's why we have this negative value or negative sign, because we substitute x and then the whole function inside is negative. So we have negative here, negative times negative become positive. And the domain is x less than 2 over 3. Okay, so now if I make a number line here, here we have over 3, then x greater than or equal, greater than or equal. And another one is x less than 2 over 3. Okay, as I told you that 3x minus 2 or x greater than or equal to 2 over 3, automatically this is the domain of this function. So look at this function now. This number line we have greater than or equal. Equal where we have this dot, okay, and then greater than. So this domain refer to the function of this domain. Refer to the function of,
X more than equal to 2 over 3.
okay, and this is I'm using number line, and this is from the statement. And this domain refer to the function of
3x minus 2.
3x minus 2. Okay, and then for x less than 2 over 3, and this is domain for the function of negative 3x minus 2. And this is domain for 3x minus 2. Okay, so now if we refer to this graph, this is 2 over 3. So greater than 2 over 3 and also less than 2 over 3. Greater than 2 over 3 is for the function of 3x minus 2. And the domain, which is less than 2 over 3, look at this. This graph represents the negative 3x minus 2. Okay, before I continue answering the questions, let me explain here by using the graph, the proper graph. Okay. So let's say we have function of y equal to 3x minus 2. Before, tell me how we graph this linear function, this linear x power of 1. How we sketch the graph? Okay, how your teacher explained to you? The teacher asks you to find two coordinates, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what value of x that he used then?
0 and 0.
X 0, then?
Lepas tu, usually use the domain that they already give. So negative 1, 6, and 2.
Okay. Let's say we did not refer to the graph
Question.
that we given in the question. Just imagine that I give you this function raw without a picture of the graph, without the diagram. Okay, tell me, how do you sketch the graph then?
That means y equals to 0, lepas tu x equals to 0. Then you find the...
Okay, means that we use the first when x equal to 0, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then when y equal to 0. So when x equal to 0, y equal to, when x equal to 0, y equal to
Negative 2.
negative. Good. And when y equal to 0, y equal to 0 means that here, okay, negative 2 bring to the side become positive 2, and then divide by 3, x equal to
2, 3.
2 over 3. So when y equal to 0, x equal to 2 over 3. So this is the coordinate of 0, negative 2, and this is the coordinate of 2 over 3, 0. Okay, tell me, where's the coordinate of 0, -2? Is this the one?
No, down.
Okay, what about here?
No.
No. Then here,
No.
this one?
Yes.
Okay. So, I give you a simple hints for this. So, to sketch the graph on y and x axis, when x equal to 0, we are talking about intersect at y axis. Intersection at y axis, x equal to 0. So, if we sketch the graph intersect at x axis,
Intersect
in
what?
intersect y axis, x equal to 0. So, if the graph intersect at x axis,
-2.
y equal to
Oh,
0.
y equals to 0. Yeah.
Opposite of that. Okay.
2/3.
Okay, 2/3. So I always told my student that just remember this. If the graph intersect at y-axis, then x equal to 0. If the graph intersect at x-axis, okay, if graph intersect y-axis, x equal to 0. Opposite of that. Okay. So then sketch the graph of this. Okay, sketch the graph. Then this is the graph of 3x minus 2. Okay. Now, once we put this sign of absolute values, as I told you that if we substitute any value of x, the graph automatically, the function automatically, everything become positive. Even if it's negative, they become positive. So in that case, meaning this graph also, the graph especially below the x-axis, the graph below the x-axis is where y is negative. Okay, so just remember this. Okay. uh, quarter one, quarter two, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. At this side, x is x positive, y, okay,
Negative.
quadrant 1, x
Oh,
positive,
y
y,
positive.
y positive. Quadrant 2, x
Negative.
negative, y
Positive.
positive. Good. Quadrant 3,
Negative.
x negative, y
Negative.
negative. And quadrant 4,
Positive.
x positive, y
Negative.
negative. So which quadrant that y negative then?
Y negative in quadrant 3 and 4.
Quadrant 3 and 4. So we make a conclusion that below this x-axis is where all y negative. Okay, but then if we put this sign of absolute values and we substitute any value of x, then the value of fx or y is always positive, meaning this graph below the x-axis automatically reflects above from negative become to here. So what's going to happen to the graph below the x-axis? There you go.
Below the x-axis.
The graph below the x-axis is where all y is negative. But then when we have this sign of absolute values, y is always positive. Y positive is where in quadrant 2 and quadrant y, which is above the x-axis. Buka plastik makanan ke tu?
Oh, betul. I just
Okay,
got
it's okay, it's
pregnant.
okay. It's okay, it's okay. Okay, so now, okay, this is a graph according to the diagram that we have this one here. Okay, and then this is where x is less than 2/3. And this is where x greater than or equal to 2/3. Same thing goes to this one here. This and also this one here. Okay. So now, what's the question just now? Okay, never mind. You may sketch. Okay, you may refer to this diagram, my explanation again and again because it's being recorded. So I think that let's get back to the questions here. So your parents make any preparation for Deepavali? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you helping them decorating the house now?
No, I'm eating.
Okay, no more question then. Okay, so now find image. Image means, okay, find an image. According to the question, find image for x equal to -1 and x equal to 6. Image, okay, x is an object because if we look through, we call this diagram of x and y for a function x1 and also y1. This is an object and this is an image. Object and image. So how to find the image of this function?
You sub
Substitute
into the function.
into the function. Yes. So f -1 equal to, okay, f -1. Um, this is 2 over 3 less than and greater than. So where is -1? On right side of 2 over 3?
Left.
Left, -1. And x equal to 6, left side of -2 over 3?
Right.
Where? Right here, 6. So x -1. Are we going to substitute this -1 into this function?
No, the other
No.
one.
Why? Why?
Because x is less than 2 or 3.
Okay, less than 2 over 3. And we are referring to this domain less than 2 over 3. And this domain for this function -3x minus 2. So it is -3 times -1 minus 2. Okay, so 3 times -1 equal to -3 minus 2 equal to -5. -5 times -1, +5. Okay, so F6. Okay, 6, which, okay, they don't call this the value of x. 6 lies in between, lies in the domain of greater than over 3 and greater than 2 over 3 referring to the domain for the function of x minus 2. So 3x minus 2 equal to 3 times 6, 3 times 6, 18 minus 2 equal to 60. Okay, so the coordinate is -1 and 5 and 6, 60. Okay, 5 and 60.
Teacher,
Yeah,
if let's say I don't do this way, tapi I guna the equation that they give, right, the function, boleh kan?
straightly use this.
Yeah, so modulus 3x minus 2 modulus, I just sub in the x as -1.
Okay, boleh juga. But then, don't forget, the reason that I explained to you this, because this is the original explanation of modulus. Explanation of modulus, where we divide into two parts, okay, two function, this one and this, regarding on the kita kata the basic definition of this fx. Okay, so we have x for fx less than or equal to 0 or negative fx for fx less than 0. Okay, so but let's say if you substitute 6 here, 6 times 3 is 18 minus 2 equal to 18 minus 2 equal to 16. Okay, and then negative 1 times 2 equal to negative 3 minus 2 equal to negative 5. Negative 5 become positive automatically is 5. Yes, it's still 5. Masih betul. Masih boleh. Okay. Okay, now dapatkan graf gx equal to 2 minus fx for a domain of 6. Okay, now gx equal to 2 minus fx, which means that is 2 minus modulus of uh, minus 3x minus 2. So in this case, modulus of 3x minus 2, we need to refer to this function and the domain of this. Okay, so let's say g1 equal to 2 minus 3x minus 2, where it is 2 minus 3x, negative and negative positive 2. So 4 minus 3x. Okay, another one, g2 x is 2 minus, okay, negative, let's say negative times 3x minus 2. It is negative 3x plus 2. So 2 minus negative 3x plus 2, then 2. Negative and negative, positive 3x, negative and negative, negative and positive, negative minus 2. So we got 3x. So from this question, then we need to divide it into two parts here. Okay, yeah, clear all this. Okay, so now if we got the first function of g1 according to this, because we need to separate this into two parts, just like under my expression just now, then we got g1 is 4 minus 3x and g2 equal to 3x. So, alakal garis lurus tu banyak sekejap eh. Okay, okay. So the first function 4 minus 3x. So when x equal to 0, when x equal to 0, y equal to, okay, when x equal to 0, y equal to 4. Good. 0 and 4. And then when y equal to 0, when y equal to 0, 4 minus 3x equal to 0, negative x equal to negative 4, and x equal to 4 over 3. 4 over 3 and 0. So where is 0 and 4? 0, 4, here, somewhere around here. And then 4 over 3, 0. 4 over 3 is 4 over 3, which is 1.3, am I right? Somewhere around. So then, we make this line one here. Okay. Now, uh, alah, I coba pula. Tak ada cara bagus. There you go. Okay, this is uh, 4 over 3. And because we are referring to this again, what is the they call 3x minus 2, make it equal to 0. 3x equal to 2, and then x equal to 2 over 3. 2 over 3, where is the coordinate of 2 over 3? Left side of 4 over 3 or the other side, right side of 4 over 3? 2 over 3 less than or greater than 4 over 3? Hello?
Yes, teacher.
Less. 2 over 3 is less than or greater than 4 over 3.
Wait. 2, 3 is less than.
Less than. Okay. So, meaning the graph, okay, this function, okay, this function of 4 minus 3x come from this, and we are referring to the basic definition of absolute values just now, which is 3x minus 2, which is 3x minus 2 for x greater than or equal, and negative x minus 2 for x less than over 3. Okay, so because this function being used for the first one, g1 here, this, so then the domain of this is sekejap. Sekejap, sekejap. Saya silap mana ya? Uh, 3x minus 2. 3x minus 2. This one is for x greater than 2 over 3. Oh, no, no. Not, bukan yang sebelah sini ya. Okay, because this is 2 over 3. So, because we're using this, the first function which is greater than 2 over 3. So, it's supposed to be this one. So, then we clear the rest up here. There you go. So, from here, this is the one. Okay, because 2 minus 3x minus 2. 3x minus 2 is for x greater than or equal to 2 over 3. Starting from here to the right side. Okay. So now, this one, 2 minus negative 3x plus 2, which is negative 1 times 3x, negative 1 times negative 2, then we get negative 3x plus 2. So, and then we got 3x. So, I'm going to sketch this using the different colors. So, G2, when x equal to 0, when x equal to 0, y equal to
When x equals to 0,
y equal to
0.
0. So then 0, 0. Okay, when y equal to 0, okay, because this function is y equal to 3x. So when x equal to 0, y equal to 0. When y equal to 0, x equal to 0. For this case, we're going to use a different method. First is when x equal to 0, y equal to 0. So then when x equal to 1, y equal to 1 times 3.
3?
When x equal to 1, y equal when x equal to 0, y equal to here 0. And then let's say if this graph share the same value at this point, 2 over. So when x equal to 3 over 3, when x equal to 2 over 3, 3 times 2 over 3 equal to 2, y equal to 2. Okay, what is the coordinate of this? This is y equal to 2. Uh,
Teacher,
hmm,
can they give us the domain is -1, 6? Can we use that and then do it?
no. Before we look into the domain from -1 until 6, let's find the domain in fully graph first. Then we limit the domain.
Okay.
Okay, so now look at this point. This is where x equal to 2 over 3. So let's see if this also shared by this function of g2, which is 3x. Okay, no, g1, which is 4 minus 3x. 4 minus 3x. X is 2 over 3 divided by 3. So then 4 minus 2 equal to 2. So it means that this graph here. So this graph is a V shape, something like this. From here to here. Okay. Now just imagine that this is represent x equal to 6 and x from -1 here. So that's the domain and the rest of the function. There you go. Okay. So okay. The reason that I explained to you from the beginning, especially when it comes to this, because the domain of this function we still use as we discussed earlier, where this function of modulus of ex minus 2 we divide into two parts. A 3x minus 2 for x greater than or equal to 2 over 3 and negative 3x minus 2 for x less than over. Okay, so look at this. I still use the domain of 2 over 3 so that we know it is the 2 over 3 kita kata garis pemisah, separate line between the what we call the domain for less than 2 over 3 and also greater than 2 over 3. Okay, so this is the graph for the question number 2. Okay, so let's take a look at question B now. Okay, do you have drinks recall for the desk now? Okay. Look,
What, teacher?
are you still there?
Yes, I'm
Talking.
Teacher, I
Okay.
can't hear you just now. Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. So if you have we call drinks next to, on the desk now, we next to you, because with you, just take a drink. Take a drink first.
Take a drink.
Okay, kalau ada minuman dekat
Oh,
tepi
okay,
you.
okay. Boleh, boleh. Sekejap.
Okay,
Sekejap, I go wash pinggan and come back. Give me 2 minutes. Boleh?
alright.
Okay, teacher. I'm back.
Okay. So question B. Okay, question B, given that a function of hkx equal 3x plus 5, and function of hx equal 2 divided by x minus 3, given here where x cannot be equal to b because 3 minus 3 is 0. So determine the function of gx. Okay, composite function, as we know that when we have, say, sorry. Okay, you still, can you see what I'm sketching now?
Oh, yes, teacher.
What color of the ink?
Red color.
Red. Okay, thank you. Cari dia tegang sikit. Okay, so question B, given the function of hkx equal to 3x plus 5 and hx given here is 2 divided by x minus 3, or x cannot be equal to. So find the function of x. Okay, for composite function, when given the function of hx, okay, fx equal to ax plus b and gx equal to ex plus q. So f gx, okay, look at this. The function inside gx, we are going to substitute the whole function of gx into an x of the function f. Okay, I repeat, for this kind of function, look at this, the function of g inside. So the process is we substitute the whole function of gx into an x of the function f. So when we have this f, gx equal to px plus q. So what did I told you just now? What did I say just now?
Gx is the same as px plus q.
Okay, so the process is we substitute the whole function of gx, which is px plus q into
Gx.
this is a function of gx. This is a function of gx. So function we substitute the whole function of gx into an x of the function f. So from my statement just now, the function of gx, which is px plus q, we substitute into
Gx and nx.
okay, listen to me again.
Okay.
Okay, this function f gx, the function of gx inside, we substitute the whole function of gx into nx of the function f.
Nx of the function.
Okay. So ex plus q is the function of gx here now. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's next? Substitute gx of x plus q into n.
Gx nx.
Substitute function of gx
X
into nx of the function
of x.
f. So gx px plus q now. Then we substitute into n
X.
x of the function
Ax plus b.
f.
Fx.
Okay. So meaning here, substitute px plus q into nx, where a x plus b, then px plus q. Sorry,
X plus q.
substitute the whole function of g in nx of the function f. Okay, now the question given here is oppositely. Okay, given here the function inside. Okay, from this the function inside, which is kx. And the fish, okay, saya kalau saya belajar dalam kelas, I classify this as a function inside, and h is waiting outside. Okay, but then they give you the function of hx, which is outside. So we're going to find the function of inside. So the definition of the composite function of this is kx, substitute this into nx of the function here h. So h, yes, Kiki.
Oh, nothing, teacher.
Pardon?
Nothing, nothing.
Nothing. Okay. Given here, hkx equal to 3x plus 5. Okay, now, so kx is the function that we trying to figure out. Hx given here is 2 divided by x minus 3. So, we substitute the function kx into nx of the function h. Now, we divide by kx minus 3 equal to 3x plus 5. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to find out what is the kx. So from here, because equation we cross multiply and equal kx minus 3 times with 3x plus 5. Okay, and then kx minus 3 equal to 2 divided by 3x plus 5.
Plus 3.
And then kx equal to 2 divided by 3x plus 5 plus 3.
Okay.
This to the side. Okay, now Kiki. This is ratio, or this is fraction. Ini pecahan, and this is an integer. You just imagine that it's just like 3 over 1. We may simplify this. Okay, kita boleh permudahkan. Firstly, let's equalize the denominator of this. 1 multiplied 3x plus 5, and above here multiplied with 3x plus 5. Okay. So now we got 2,
Plus
3 times 3x,
9x.
9x, 3 times
15.
5, 15 divided by
Okay.
3x plus 5.
Okay,
So then
have to
2
17.
plus 15,
17.
17 plus 9x divided by 3x plus 5. So this is the function of kx. Boleh ya?
Boleh.
Okay.
So we just have to change x jadi kx. Sebab confusing.
It's not that change x into
Tak.
kx. Kan? Okay. Which step that you not clear then?
Oh, yang
Yeah.
ke 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 over kx minus 3 equals to 3x plus 5.
Oh, this one.
X2, so if they bagi kx, lepas tu you must like equals to
Okay.
x, then sub into fx.
Okay, something like this. 2 divided by kx minus 3 equal to 3x plus 5. So cross multiply, then you get 2 equal to x plus 5 and the function of kx minus 3. So if we divide by x plus 5, left and right, so what's going to happen then?
Yang I'm a bit confused tu yang x jadi kx, betul?
No. This one, this remain as a kx until the end.
Ya, yang 2 over x minus 3. Lepas tu yang x tu kena ubah jadi kx. Yang the first one, hx equals to 2 over x minus 3.
Mm-hmm.
Lepas tu your x kena change to kx.
Okay. So good questions. What did I tell just now about the situation of this composite function?
Is the inside function.
Okay, the function inside kx.
Yeah.
So composite function of kx is inside. So substitute the function of kx into an x of the function h. Okay, function h, 2 divided by x minus 3. So
Okay.
if I substitute kx into an x of the function h, so hx has a x minus 3 here, right? Substitute this with kx.
Okay. So
Okay.
your x must change because of the inside function.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we compare with the function with the equation given here.
Okay, equals to that.
Yep. Okay.
Fine.
Okay, clear. Okay, now question this. When we have fx equal to square root of 2x minus 9 for x greater than or equal to 9 over 2. Okay, again, when we have square root of 16, square root of 16 equal to
4.
4. Square root of 9 equal to
3.
3. Square root of 2. Press your calculator.
Square of 2. 1.414.
1.4142, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Square root of 0 equal to
0, 0.
0. Square root of negative 4.
Error. Matter. Because that is imaginary number.
Imaginary number. Okay. So we are talking about real number or real integer. Real number means that a number which is we can define, we can see clearly what is the numbers here. Square root of 16 equal to 4. Real integer or real numbers, real numbers, real numbers, real numbers. But square root of negative, then we go to the next we call discussion. What we talk about imaginary number. Okay, so what can you say about imaginary number? Imagine.
They are not there. Like
We can just only imagine it, right?
Yeah, so square root 4i.
Yeah, square root of 4i. Or it is actually 2i. Square root of negative 4 is negative square root of negative 1 times square root of 4, which is square root of 4 equal to 2 and square root of negative 1 equal to 5. That equal to 1. Okay, so in our discussion for most of the topics, we are talking about real number or real integer. So in that case, when there is negative square root of negative inside, okay, negative inside the square root sign, then automatically is out of the discussion because we only talk about a real number. So from my explanation this year, the real numbers, integer number, and also imaginary numbers, and positive and negative inside the square root sign. And then when I relate to this, can you say something?
Use something, yes.
2x minus 9, 2x minus 9.
Equals to 0.
Okay, this function of fx is valid for real numbers if 2x minus 9 inside the square root sign is positive, which is greater than 0, or at least equal to 0.
Okay.
2x minus 9 cannot be less than 0 or negative number.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Yes.
Okay, that's why we have this.
But teacher, the equation is negative square root 2x minus 9, kan?
Negative is outside the square root sign, not inside.
Okay.
It's outside. Okay,
Okay.
so now give justification of existence of F inverse. Okay, what is the condition ataupun syarat for the inverse F inverse axis? Apa syarat dia?
Syarat equals to 0. Let y.
Okay, justification maksudnya sebab for the existence of F inverse. It is a we call Fx is a one-to-one function.
Yes. 1 to 1.
Then F inverse of X exists. Okay, so when this kind of question appear, give the justification for existence of F inverse. So you straightly saying that if Fx is a one-to-one function, then F inverse exists. That's it.
Oh, that's it.
That's it.
Okay, if it's a 1 to 1 function.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay. Remember this.
okay.
Okay. Now find F inverse. Find F inverse. Okay. Let's make this Fx as a y equal to negative square root of 2x minus 9. Okay. Let me explain to you if this kind of question up to the example, up to the standard question wants you to sketch the graph of this function. Okay, let's say fx equal to square root of 2x minus 9. Okay, without negative sign yet first. Okay. As I told you just now, the function inside this square root sign must always greater than or at least equal to 0. So then 2x greater than or equal to 9, then x greater than or equal to 9 over 2. So let's find out where is 9 over 2. Just estimate somewhere out here. And then square root function is a graph something like this. Okay, so this is fx equal to square root of x minus 9. But let's get back to the original question where it is negative square root of 2x minus 9. As I told you just now, this square root of this negative is outside of square root sign. So now, if, okay, square root of 2x minus 9, where is y is all positive. But once we have negative weighting outside, then the whole function becomes
Positive. Wait, whole function will be negative.
okay, without this
Negative.
negative sign, then the whole function of fx or y here,
Understand.
where this is where y is positive value, right?
If the if there's no negative, the function will be
Above here, y is all positive, am I right?
yeah.
Okay, now if I adding the negative sign, just like the questions here, negative. So
Okay.
then the whole function become
Negative.
negative. This is where y is positive on the first quadrant.
Yeah.
Where is y negative?
When x is negative.
Y negative. Y negative. Okay, in the first quadrant, y is positive. In second quadrant, y is also positive here.
Okay.
In third quadrant,
Negative already.
negative. And also in fourth quadrant, y
Negative.
negative. So if I substitute the sign of negative here, then the whole function becomes
Negative.
negative down here. Y negative square root of 2x minus 9. Get it? Boleh ya?
Boleh.
So now let's get back to the question. Because okay, the first question of the statement then to make the function of fx f inverse exist, then fx must not equal a function of y one-to-one function. So to find the dot inverse, so make it fx, change it to y equal negative square root of x minus 9. Okay, so now okay, this is in the form of y equal to fx.
Okay.
Okay, we are going to make some adjustment until we get the function in the form of x equal to fy. Okay, so now the first thing is we are going to multiply negative 1 here, left and right. So then square root of 2x minus 9 equal to negative y.
Not square root.
Okay, to eliminate
Square.
square left and right. So then 2x minus 9 equal to
Y.
negative y in bracket square. Which I think that if square here,
Y.
negative y in bracket square, it become positive y, right?
Yeah.
Okay, y square. And then bring negative y to the other side, join up with a y. 2x equal to y square plus 9.
Yeah.
Okay, and then x divided by 2, left and right. Then x equal to y square plus 9 by plus 9 divided by
2.
x y square plus 9 divided by 2. Okay, look at this one here now. Y equal to function of f with a variable of x. Y equal to fx. So what do we have right now? X equal to the function of f with a variable of y. X with a function variable of y here. So we achieve the target here now. So in this case, f inverse of x equal to
X square.
change the y back to the variable of x squared plus 9 divided by 2.
Okay.
Got it? Boleh?
Hmm.
Okay. So now, determine F inverse. We already get it here. And find the domain of F inverse. So domain is where the function of x that makes the function of fx defined. Maksudnya, bila kita gantikan x, when we substitute the x into the function, it will straightly give you the value of y. So when we substitute the value of x, then we give you the value of y. So we define that as a function defined. Kita takrifkan dia sebagai fungsi yang bernilai atau tarif. So is there any value of x that makes the function undefined?
Undefined. Maksudnya dapat 0.
Okay, for example, if I have this function fx equal to x divided by x minus 3. As we know that the denominator cannot be equal to 0, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so x minus 3 cannot be equal to 0, the x cannot be equal to
3.
3. So
Mm-hmm.
all values of x make the function defined except when x equal to 3. If we write in the other form, which is negative infinity until 3, union 3 to positive infinity. Meaning, all values of x from negative to positive infinity, whether small or big, when we substitute into this function of fx, we substitute here, then the whole function has a value of y defined. Except if I substitute x equal
Negative 3.
times 3 divided by 3 minus 3. 3 minus 3 equal to 0, right?
Yes.
And then something over 0, something over 0 makes the whole function undefined, which means that there is no value of y. Okay, have your teacher mentioned about defined or undefined?
Yes.
Okay, if that's so, meaning that you understood what I'm trying to say to you. Takut
Yes.
nanti saya takut juga saya sebut benda yang mungkin tak ada dalam syllabus SPM. That's why I ask you again and again. Okay, so now for this one, is there any x on the denominator part here, denominator side here?
No.
No, it's only 2, right?
Yeah.
So then x is only on the top above the numerator. So for this case, all values of x, the domain of this function of f inverse is all integer, negative or positive. Okay.
Okay.
By the way, I forgot something because this function of f inverse, if I refer to the function of fx, they have the domain where x greater than or equal to 9 over 2. Wait. I forgot something. If I sketch the graph, okay, this is the graph of, no, because it's a negative there. Teruang lah. I forgot something. Kalau tengok pada fungsi f inverse tu nampak macam generally the domain is all values of x, but then because we look at the original function of fx, negative square root of 2x minus 9, this is the graph. Okay, so if I like to sketch the graph of f inverse, then I have to sketch this line of y equal to an x. Okay, this line of y equal to an x, this is the function of fx. So f inverse is just like we sketch the, this y equal to an x is just like a reflective mirror, cermin pantulan. Cermin pantulan meaning that if I sketch this reflects with the line of y equal to an x, so means that I'm going to sketch this on the other side of this. Okay, something like that. So this is F inverse. Okay, walaupun secara umum saya katakan ini ialah domain dia from negative to positive infinity, but then because we have to look at this function of F inverse with the function of Fx, and this is the domain. So then look at this one here now. This function of f inverse, the domain is we call from negative infinity until 0, and the range of this is from, what's the value of this? 2 over 3, right? 2 over 3. So y also equal to 2 over 3 infinity, from 0, 0, positive infinity, negative infinity, and then 2 over 3 to positive infinity. So for this one, is actually that is a negative infinity until 0. Okay, next question is, given that fx equal to 2 over x, the function of fx equal to 2 over x, and then g fx equal to 3x. Okay, this is composite function g and f. This is a single function fx. Okay, so what is the definition of composite function when given to you the function of fx?
Is you must sub into your x
Sub into an x of a
of your
function,
fx
a function outside, which is
or
g
gx.
here
Sorry,
now. Okay,
G.
now they give me okay. This question of p is differently from this one p here. They like skip because the previous question they give you the function outside of g outside, which is
This
g,
one is inside.
and then find the function inside. But now they give you the function inside, find the function.
Divide.
So this
Wait. Gfx 2 over x. You must use your gff inverse equals x.
okay. Given fx equal to 2 over x and g fx equal to 3x. Okay, now okay, just now yang tadi dia bagi fungsi di luar gx, find the function inside fx. But now this time they give you the function inside, find the function of g outside. So in this case, let u equal to over x, then from here x equal to 2 over. Okay, so in this case, let's write all this again. G, okay, fx, let fx 2 over x as a u here. So g equal to f of 3 times the x here. X equal to 2 over 3 over. Okay, I repeat and explain this in the simplest way. Okay, this time they want you to find the function of fx inside. So now let's define this fx as a u. Let fx as a u fx as a u. And what is fx here? 2 over x. 2 over x equal to, then this here x equal to 2 over, boleh bayang tak? X equal
Boleh.
to 2. So multiply with x left and right. So 2 divided by x u, then divide by, then x equal So x equal to u. So now function of g, and then inside we replace fx with a u equal to this one e, and x equal to 2 over u. So 3 times 2 equal to 6 over u. So then gx equal to 6 over x. Ganti balik gu with an x here, 6 over u or 6 over x, where x cannot be equal to 0. Okay, to make a checking whether your gx is correct or not. Okay, this is your gx and this is your fx. So gfx, gfx. Okay, what is the function inside? Fx. G fx equal to okay, fx equal to
2 over x.
2 over x. So over x, and then substitute 2 over x into an x of the function g. This x gx has a variable of x. Substitute 2 over x into an x of the function g. So then, okay, gx equal to 6 divided by x. But then x now we substitute with 2 over x. So what's going to happen then?
6 divided by 2 over 3, 9.
A divided by B over C. Substitute above can here become A times C over B, right? Okay, so now it becomes 6 times 2
6
over
times
x.
3
Okay,
over 3.
2 over x, not 2 over 2, 2 over x. And this now become x
3
over.
over x over
So 6 divided by 2 equal to
3.
x.
Okay.
Get it?
Yeah.
Right. Now,
So it is
okay. So function of this one here. Okay, how you define this?
2x plus 2n plus 1.
2n plus 1 is always odd numbers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, lepas ni saya hantar dia punya explanation of this because saya rasa macam pengajar saya belajar di metrik. Mungkin aku bukan benda tu tak ada. Tapi sebenarnya saya belajar di metrik macam tak ada fungsi gx yang ada 2n plus 1 above here. Saya tak pasti saya explain macam mana. So I go to the next question, but remind me to send the solution for this one here. Okay. Okay, so now okay, the same question just like for the first question. Do you want me to explain this?
Find the image, or is it the graph?
Image. Image substitute negative 2 and a, which I think that you can just substitute and then make it all positive, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sketch the graph of 1 minus fx. Do you want me to explain just like the previous question number 1, which I think
Yeah,
almost the same?
I can
It's the
do.
same. Okay, so I think that we can just jump to question B.
Okay.
Okay, tapi question B pun sama juga. hkx equal to 2x, and then hx equal to 4 over x plus 2, where x cannot be, because once 2 minus 2, okay, x cannot be equal to negative 2. When once x equal to negative 2, negative 2 plus 2 equal to 0, 4 over 0 is undefined. Okay, now determine the function of kx. The same, exactly the same question just like the first one. Okay. Okay. Can
Yeah.
I just give you time 5 minutes for you to try this question?
Yes.
Okay, try first.
Teacher, is the answer 4 over 2x minus 2?
4 over.
2x minus 2.
Okay, let's find out together.
Okay.
Okay, now definition of this function, which is we substitute kx into an x of the function h, where function of hx given there 4 divided by x plus 2. So from this definition, which means that we are going to substitute the k into an x of the function h. So x, okay, so kx into an x of the function h. So we got divided by kx plus 2 equal to 2x. Okay, so now cross multiply, then you get 4 equal to 4 x divided by kx plus 2. Okay, so now we get kx multiplied with 2x plus with 2x times 2 equal to x. So 4x join up with the 4 on the left side, it becomes 4 minus 4x. Sorry. Is 4 minus 4x equal to 2x times with kx. So then kx equal to 4 minus 4x divided by 2x. Or maybe you can write down as 2 minus 2x divided by x. You get same as mine?
Yes, teacher. I just didn't simplify.
Or just didn't simplify? Okay. Okay. So okay. This question also the same as the previous question, page number 2. So I straightly jump to this question here. Okay, so given fx blah 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 blah, k and p are constant, find the value of p. So what about this? Fx equal to divided by 2 plus 3x, where x cannot be equal to p. Okay, function of fx equal to a plus x divided by 2 plus 3x. Okay, look at this. X cannot be equal to p. For this kind of question, look at the marks. It's only provide you 1 marks. So there's nothing much working solution actually. It's just how you look at the question, look at the function, and how we find out what is the value of x of this. So in this case,
No,
we
don't say okay.
straightly refer to the denominator, where denominator cannot be equal to 0. Okay, so 2 plus 3x cannot be equal to 0. 3x cannot be equal to negative 2, and x cannot be equal to negative 1. So this p is negative 2 over 2. Okay, soalan dia yang itu quite clear. Dia kata, okay, find the value of k if f inverse f1 maps to itself. What is the meaning of f1 maps to itself? What's the meaning of this? What's the meaning of this?
It means x is 1
Mhm.
and 1 equals to k plus 1 over 2 plus 3 1.
Okay, you're almost there, but there's not a 1. Okay, find the value of k. Find the value of k if f1 maps to itself, which means that f1 maps to y equal to 1. Okay, so meaning here, f1 equal to 1 here. So f1 equal k plus 1 divided by 2 plus 3 times 1 equal to 1. The value of x equal to 1 and the value of y also equal to 1, which is y equal to fx. So substitute x with 1. This is the function. Substitute x with 1, x with 1. So then k plus 1 equal to 2 plus 3 times 1. So 3 plus times 1 equal to 3. 3 plus 2 equal to 5. Plus 1 over 5 equal to 1. And k plus 1 equal to 5. Then k equal to 4. So what is the value of k in this function? Fx equal to k equal to 4. K plus 4 divided by 2. Oh no, k plus 4 plus k equal to 4. So then 4 plus x divided by 2 plus 3x. Okay, find f inverse and find the range of f inverse of a domain. Okay, Kiki. Also, another tips for you to remember. Okay, if the question asks you to state whether the function of inverse exists or not, okay, whether f inverse fx exists or not. So make sure that the fx is one-to-one function. Okay, because once the fx is one-to-one function, then the f inverse exists. Now, second thing here now is second thing, domain of fx is also a range of f inverse, and the range of fx is also a domain of f inverse. Do you have this in your syllabus or lecture notes?
Yes.
Okay, please find back in the record dalam buku teks in textbooks or might be some other reference book. So when fx is a one-to-one function, then the f inverse exists. And domain of f is a range, also a range of f inverse, and the range of f is a domain of f inverse. So which means that if you find that the domain of fx and you find the range of fx, so if the question asks you find the domain and range for f inverse, you don't have to find cara lain. Tak perlu susah nak buat cara banyak cara. You just use the answers of domain of fx, make it as also a range of fx. And once you get the range of fx, you just put it as a domain of fx. That's all. Okay. So now the next question of C, find f inverse and find the range of f inverse. Okay. Again, from this function of fx, change this fx into the form of y equal to 4 plus x divided by plus 3x. So cross multiply 2 plus 3x times y equal to 4 plus x, and then 2y plus 3xy equal to 4 plus x. Okay, this in the form of y equal to fx, y equal to fx. We are going to make some changes here, adjustment here, until we get the function in the form of x equal to fy. Okay, so now x and x. So put them all together on left side. 3xy minus x equal to 4, then 2y raised inside here minus 2y. And then factorize. We have x and x as 3y minus 1 equal to 4 minus 2y. Then x equal to 4 minus 2y divided by 3y minus 1. So then f inverse equal to 4 minus 2x divided by 2x minus 1. Okay, and then substitute x equal to 3 to the function of inverse. Because, okay, look at this, x in between 1 and 3 here. You substitute x equal to 3 into the f inverse, so that we know the range, or we call the range of the function. Okay. 3 times 3 equals to 9 minus 1 8. Okay, so find the domain of range, find we call the range of f inverse for the domain of this. Then you substitute 1 and x equal to 3 into the function of f inverse, then you get the range between what and what. Okay, from the domain of x equal to 1 until x equal to 3, f inverse 1 into this 4 minus 2 times 1 divided by 3 times 1 minus 1 equal to 3. 3 times 1 equal to 3 minus 1 equal to 4 minus 2 equal to 2, which is 1. So f inverse substitute on x equal to 3. So 3 times 2 equal to 6. 4 minus 6 equal to negative 2. 3 times 2 equal to 9 minus 1 is 8. Then is the negative 1 over 4. So the range is between 1 until negative 1 over 4. And then x cannot be equal to p. X cannot be equal to p. What is the value of p just now? Negative 2 over 3. So let's say, okay, x from 1 until 3. From 1 until, where is negative 2 over 3? Is this in this domain of 1 until 3?
No.
No. So then ini maksudnya selamatlah. Dia tak termasuk dalam domain, dalam range for f inverse. That's it. Okay. Okay. It's almost there. Let's see if you have a question that you can do. Okay, look at the first one here. Okay. Hx equal to 2x minus 1. Gx equal to negative 4x plus 2. So first question here, find GHX. GHX. So G is the graph, or is the function outside G. The function inside Hx equal to
2x minus 1.
2x minus 1. So composite function between H and G in this form. Substitute the whole function of fx, the whole function of hx into substitute the whole function of hx into an
X.
x of the function of the function
Gx.
gx. Okay, so substitute hx into x of this. Hx equal to 2x minus 1. So then g hx, okay, we have negative 4 x
2x minus 1.
plus 2. So what are we going to fit inside here?
2x minus 1.
Let's say 2x minus 1. So then negative 4 times 2x, negative 8x. Negative 4 times negative 1 plus 4 plus 2. Negative 8x plus 6. And then find the value of find the value of x. Find the value of x when g is x, g h x. Okay, this value of x we replace with x over 2 equal to 2. Okay, so substitute x over 2 into hx. What is the hx just now? Hx equal to 2x minus 1. So substitute x over 2 here. So it's now 2x, substitute with x over 2 minus 1 equal to 2. So 2 divided by 2 equal to 1. Then we got x minus 1 equal to 2. Okay, now substitute x minus 1 now into an x of the function g. So what is the function of g now? What is the function of g?
Negative 4x plus 2.
Negative 4x plus 2 equal to 2. Negative 4x plus 2. Negative 4x plus 2. What are we going to fit inside here now? Okay. What are we going to write here in this column?
Minus 1. Tuisyen.
X minus 1. So negative 4 times x, negative 4x, negative 4 times negative 1 plus 4 plus 2 equal to 2. 4 plus 2 equals 6. Negative 4x equal to 2. 6 positive brings us become negative minus 6. Then negative 4x equal to negative 4. Then x equal to
1.
1. That's it. You kamu apa ada kelas ke daripada pagi sampai petang sampai malam ni? Okay.
No.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that if you're exhausted because the class from the morning afternoon until now,
Tak.
tak? Okay.
Tak.
So diagram 3 shows the function of y equal to fx. Okay, what type of function do we have now? This is straight line, right? Straight
Yes.
line y equal to mx plus c.
Oh, okay.
Okay, m stands for
Radian.
radian and c stands for
Y-intercept.
y-intersection. Okay, now okay, what's our berikut?
Radian inverse.
Okay, let's draw the graph function of y equal to f inverse. So before we find the f inverse, let's find out what is the function of fx first. Okay, what is the coordinate of this?
What? That is
What is the coordinate of this?
negative
Negative
4,
4.
0.
Negative 4, 0. Coordinate of negative 4 and 0. A. Coordinate of A and coordinate of B. Which coordinate are we going to use then? Can we just use this?
Yes.
Okay, this is
2. No, wait,
0
that's
and
0, 2.
0, 2. So let's find the gradient, which is gradient of AB equal to y minus y naught equal to divided by x equal to x naught. So y minus y naught 0 minus 2. 0 minus 2 divided by negative 4 minus 0. It is negative 2 divided by negative 4
1 over
equal
2.
to 1 over. Okay. And then intersect when x equal to 0, y equal c equal to
2.
2. Okay. Uh,
1 over 2x plus 2.
so it is now y equal to 1 over 2x plus 2. Okay.
Okay.
Now, this is the
Inverse.
function of fx. So, how we can find the inverse? Let's use this. So, y equal to half x plus 2. This is in the form of y equal to fx. To find the inverse, record the function equation in the term of x equal to fy. So now bring these two join up with the y here. So 1 over 2x equal to y. Okay,
Yeah.
bring up 2 here.
Minus 2.
Join y,
Minus 2.
y minus 2. And then multiply
Times
with
2.
2 on left side. Multiply with 2 also on the other side. So 2 divided by 2 equal to 1 times x equal to x. Then 2 times y, 2y, 2 times
4.
negative 2 minus 4. So look at this one here now. X equal to the function, the variable of y fy, just like this. And f inverse of y equal to 2y minus 4, or f inverse of x equal to 2x minus 4.
Oh,
Okay, now the question said wants you to sketch the graph of f inverse.
just bawah.
Okay, when x equal to 0, y equal to
What when x equals to 0?
x equal to 0, y equal
Only
to
4.
negative 4. So then 0 and negative 4. Yeah,
Bawah.
0 and negative 4. So negative 4 somewhere around here. And then when f inverse of y equal to 0, so 2x equal to negative equal to 4, then x equal to 4 divided by 2, 2. So 2 and 0. 2 and 0 here.
So it's like that.
So Kiki,
Yeah.
actually if I sketch this graph of f inverse into this diagram, look at this. 2 and negative 4. We got negative 4 here and 2 here.
Meet.
There
Yeah.
you go. Okay, so actually there is a line of y equal to an x as a reflective mirror pantulan between this function of fx and f inverse. Okay, okay, another one, last one. Checking that. Kita tutup dengan soalan ni. Okay, okay. What is f2x?
What's f2x? F.
F and F. So meaning that it's a composite between F and the composite between fx with the function another of function of F. Dia composite dengan fungsi dia sendiri. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now given f2x or ffx here equal to x minus 8 divided by 9. So the question say find the single fx,
It's
find
the inverse.
fx. Okay, if f1 equal to negative 7,
So 1 equals to negative 7.
okay, question ni macam first time saya jumpa. Hmm, sekejap. Okay, sebab skema yang diberi pada saya ni, skema yang saya ada jawapan dia, you is stated as f2x equal to 9x plus 8. But then according to this question, f2x equal to is this x minus 8 divided by 9. Nampak macam soalan dengan skema pun bercanggah. So saya nak pakai soalan ni. Macam mana? Okay, saya cuba soalan lain. Okay, this one here. Okay, fx equal to 15 divided by 2x plus 7. and then given that f gx equal to g fx. Okay, f gx equal to g fx equal to an x. Okay, so if I take the first one here, f gx equal to an x. So substitute gx into an x of the function f. So which is 15 divided by 2 gx plus 7 equal to an x. Okay, from this statement, he wrote as an f gx equal to g fx, which is also equal to an x. So I'll take half of it and make it equal to an x. So then, uh, from here, 15 divided by x times 2gx plus 7. So then, x times this 2x gx plus with 7x. So then, this is a gx that we're looking for. Now, bring this 7x join up with 15. So 2x times gx equal to 15 minus 7x, then gx equal to 15 minus 7x divided by 2x. Okay, gx equal to 15 minus 7x divided by 2x. So guna persamaan yang sebelah dah cukup dah. Kedua-dua sekali. Okay, so find gx. Okay, sorry. Okay, so gx is already here. Okay, find value of x is fx equal to gx. Find the value of x if fx equal to gx. Okay, second question, question B, which means that fx equal to gx. Maknanya soalan yang kedua ni, dia berbeza daripada soalan ni. This is only for question 1. Question this is only for question A. But question B, just imagine that if fx equal to gx and the function of fx is 15 divided by 2x plus 7. So if fx equal to gx, so find the value of x. So f gx equal to f fx, because it mentioned that gx equal to fx. So kita ganti gx juga sebagai fx lah. So f, then we got 15 divided by x plus 7. Then substitute the whole function of this into an x of the function f again. So we got 15 divided by 2, and we got 15 divided by 2x plus 7 plus 7. Kali saya tulis besar sikit ni. So Kiki, for this question, A and B are two different stories. Okay, question B. Fx, fgx, and it mentioned that if gx equal to fx, fx equal to gx, so fgx equal to x. So it's just like a composite between f with its function itself. So then the function of fx is 50 divided by 2x plus 7 equal to x, and substitute this function of fx into an x of this function fx again. So we got 50 divided by 2 and x plus 7. And here we are going to substitute again with 15 divided by 2x plus 7. Okay. So now look at this. 2 times 15 equal, okay, 15 divided by 2 times 15, 30 divided by 2x plus 7. And this 7, just imagine that it was with 7 times with, okay, over 1. We multiply with 2x plus 7. And also here, 2x plus 7 equal to an x. Okay, so 15 divided by, okay, we equalize the denominator. Now we have 2x plus 7 and also 2x plus 7. So we just look at the numerator here. 30 plus with 7 times 2x, 14x, 7 times 7, 49 divided by 2x plus 7 equal to an x. Okay, sekejap. Find the value of x is if fx equal to gx. Okay, saya rasa dengan dua markah ni, saya rasa saya tersilap tafsir lah soalan ni. I think I dah make a mistake because I'm still referring this question B to this again. I think I make a mistake. I make a mistake here. Saya salah tafsir soalan. It's just like we compare the fx and gx from question of A. Saya rasa kita compare itu je kot sebenarnya.
Yeah. Right. 15 to x plus 7 equals to,
Saya masih saya gabungkan soalan B itu dengan composite function yang di atas. Maybe I make a mistake on this question B. Sorry. Okay. Now fx equal to this f 15 divided by 2x plus 7. What is the gx that I get from A? Okay. What is gx from question A?
wait, I forget already.
Did you copy all what I wrote just now? Tak salah ni?
Salih. Tapi wait, I also confused dah. Sekejap
Okay,
I try
gx because if I refer to this answer scheme, it is 15 minus 7x divided by x.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, this gx we get it from question of A just now.
equals to 15.
Okay, so then question B, find the value of x is fx equal to gx. So fx equal to gx, which is 15 divided by
2x plus
x
7.
plus 7 equal 15 minus 7x divided by 2x. Okay, which means that cross multiply, then we got 15 times 2x, dx, and then 15 minus 7x times with 2x plus 7. 15 times 2x dx, 15 times 7. Calculator please.
15 times 7, 105.
105.
Yeah.
Okay. Negative 7x times 2x minus 14x squared. Negative 7x times 7,
Negative 49.
49x equal to 30x. So then if I bring this 30x join up with the other side, it becomes negative 30x. So and then
Quadratic function.
okay,
Yeah.
this 30x positive, I bring it to the side, become negative 30x, right?
Yeah.
So 30x minus
Cancel.
30x, 0.
Negative 14, negative 49. Oh,
And 0 here.
we get quadratic equation.
Okay, quadratic we got. Okay, if I bring all this to the other side here,
2
or multiply with negative 1, it become 14x squared plus 49x minus 105 equal to 0. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. You may use your calculator to find the value of x then.
3 over 2, lepas tu negative 5.
X equal to 3 over 2. Another one,
Negative 5.
negative 5.
Ya.
Okay. Ada disebut ke X boleh positif ataupun negatif?
Mereka tak kata pun. Tak ada cikgu.
Ada, okay.
So, boleh lah.
Just take both of the values then.
Dan
Done. Okay. So, okay. Berapa soalan lagi ya? One. Okay, just one more. You want me to just finish up this one?
yes.
Oh yes, laju je kau ya. Okay. So, A G inverse equal to 5 minus x squared. Find G inverse negative 3. So 5 minus negative 3 squared. 5 minus negative 3 squared equal to 9. 5 minus 9, negative 4. So find Gx. Find Gx the same way we find the inverse. Okay, just let this one as a y. Y equal to 5 minus x squared. Okay, and then bring this 5 join up with a y. Negative x squared equal to y minus 5. And then times with negative 1. Left and right. So it now becomes x squared equal to 5 minus y. And then x equal to square root of positive negative 5 minus y. Okay. Okay. So meaning here gx equal to plus minus square root of 5 minus x. And then given here, this function inside must always greater than or at least equal to 0. So negative x greater than equal to negative 5 divided by negative 1 left and right. Then we change the sign of this, then x less than or equal to negative 1, negative 1 equal less than 5. Less than or equal to 5. Okay, so this is the one. And then sketch the graph of okay, y equal to, let's say if I make it as x minus 2. Okay, I clear this first. Assume that there is no sign of negative there. Assume that there is no sign of negative. Just more modulus of x plus 2. Or firstly, if I make it as y equal to x minus 2. Okay, make it as y equal to x minus 2. So when x equal to 0, y equal to, okay, when x equal to 0, y equal to
Negative 2.
negative 2. So when x equal to 0, y negative 2. And when y equal to 0,
X is negative 2.
when y equal to
2.
0,
X is 2.
x equal to good. So 0, negative 2 down here, and 2, 0 on right side is, then this is y equal to x minus 2. But now, let's get back to the original question here. Y equal to modulus of x minus 2. So all the graph that below the x-axis,
Atas.
reflects above.
Yeah.
So, reflects here with y equal to 2. So, this is the graph of modulus of x minus 2. So, what's going to happen to this one?
Disappear.
Disappear. Good. Now, this is the graph of modulus x minus 2. Look at the original question. It is negative. So, what is the real graph for this function?
Real graph for this function.
Okay, this one, y is all positive, right?
Yeah.
But once all this positive multiplied with negative,
Negative.
negative. So it means that this graph reflects downward.
Because it's negative. Okay.
Yeah. So then what's going to happen to the graph above? Disappear. Clear up.
Yeah.
There you go. So from a domain of -2, from -2 until 6.
6. It's the domain.
Okay. Now, let's say saya buat lebih sikit.
Hmm.
So, this is the graph. From here, okay, this one from here until here. So the graph, okay. So what's going to happen to the rest of it? Here. There you go. Boleh ya?
Boleh.
Okay. So now, even here, the domain of this function, you substitute -2 and 6 into this function, and what you get there is all the range of this function. But the range you must refer to the y-axis. So this is one of the coordinate. If you refer to the y equal to 0, and then all the values are below the x-axis, which means that the range is starting from 0 somewhere. Okay. If x equal to -2, x equal to -2 minus 2 equal to -4. So this is -4. And x equal to 6. 6 minus 2 equal to 4. Also 4. So the range of this function is starting from 0 until -4. Get it? Okay, begin. So that's all for today. So rehat dulu malam ni. Then just let me know kalau boleh esok kalau you nak bagi tahu pun jangan pagi pukul 8 dan you WhatsApp ni dia kata nak pukul 9 supaya mengejut. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. So what about tomorrow?
Tomorrow night I try lah cikgu sebab I also don't know. Like today pun like my parents plan keluar.
Oh, yes, of course, preparation for Deepavali. I know decoration, decorating the house and everything. But then, because you are now preparing for SPM, are you really in mood for Deepavali or SPM actually now?
SPM lah cikgu. Like
Huh?
my whole family is out. I je yang kat rumah.
Okay. Okay. For every success, need a sacrifice. Okay. Just for 1 year, might be for this year. If you ask me, I sacrifice a lot of time for Hari Raya Puasa and Hari Raya Haji during my studies, and also might be during my working hour my career. So sometimes if we aim for something that we need to sacrifice for something, we cannot get everything that we want. Okay, so I just give this motivation word to you. Hopefully they understood. Might be for just for this year, tell your mom and dad, mungkin tahun ni nak raya pun boleh pergi ke kuil kampung semua, tapi tak perlu kuat sampai nak pergi rumah saudara mara terlampau banyak sangat. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Teacher.
Okay, welcome.